Ryan. How's it going? Hey, Catherine. It's quite an interesting story how I became president of American National Bank. And the thing that makes it interesting is when I came to work at American National Bank back in 1997, I was ready to get out of banking. I was unemployed at the time. I get a phone call from a consultant that I had worked with at one of the previous banks I was with. And he's like, look, they've never had a CFO, but they've decided they need to add a CFO. The CEO wants to talk to you. So I meet with him, and they really had some challenges. They had gone through a data processing conversion, and they really hadn't reconciled the books. So I told him, I said, I'll come on as a consultant, and I'll help you get things straightened out. And so Gary says, no, I don't want you to be a consultant. I want you to be, a full-time employee. And he goes, oh, this is going to be the best job you've ever had in your life. Hey, I'm coming to see you.
All right. User gives you customers.
Okay. Hello.
Hi.
How is flood insurance?
What do you want me to do? Flood? Do you want?
So I went to work at the bank, and what happened? Boy, the months kind of flew by. The next thing I know, the years have flown by. And at year number 8, Gary came to me and said, I want to retire early, and I would like for you to be my successor. And I was like, of course, at that time, yes. But when I look back, it's some people would say, I can't believe you didn't have a goal of becoming CEO of the bank. And I really didn't. It just was one of those things of doing my job. And when I look back on this, what I thought was the worst day of my life, the worst thing that could happen to me as far as getting let go, I really see that God had his hand on it. And that he really, even though I thought it was terrible, that he really it was a setup for something bigger. Because that bank that I was let go from, within a year, they were sold. So I would have been out of a job anyway. And so it just was an example of God having his hand on us, even when it doesn't look like it. And so I love sharing that story because it was God. It was God. I got something for you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
Always a good reason to celebrate.
Always.
All right. Did you have a good time off?
I did. I went up to see.
And then the other thing I try to do is just like how I show up, as far as trying to have that joy of the Lord, and to try to be optimistic and enthusiastic. And it's interesting. Like sometimes people will ask me, why are you always in such a good mood, or where does your energy come from? And so it just sometimes opens that door to be able to share, hey, it's my walk, it's my relationship with the Lord. One thing that I have learned in this journey, and I have to give LifeWork and a lot of credit for this, is understanding that God cares about all aspects of our lives. And that includes our business, that includes our jobs, our careers. So I try to be mindful and intentional about inquiring of the Lord when it comes to making business decisions. And I try to encourage other business people to do the same. And sometimes they're like, I feel weird praying about my business. They think the only thing we can pray about is if you've got cancer or something, but he cares about every aspect of our lives, including what we do. And I tell you something that I try to be mindful of. I want to be the best banker I can be. I want to be excellent at what I do. I have a saying that God gets no glory in mediocrity. So I really want to be the best I can be as a banker, and providing banking services and leading the team and caring for bank customers, because I do think that matters to God. And so faith and works, they do go together. It's the everyday. It's not just what we do on Sunday. It's, hey, how are we living on Monday, that we get to be a person of excellence and be different than maybe some other business people. And people notice. And sometimes because they'll ask me, what's different? There's something different about you. Well, what is it? And so that gives me an opportunity to just maybe share my faith in a deeper basis.